15-year-old Carrie Aldrich wants to be in the game, but these days the sidelines are as close as she can get.
It's really annoying. I want to be able to help my team.
Aldrich suffered a concussion 3 weeks ago, doing a face-first dive and violent somersault on the soccer field.
I had a really bad headache. I could not concentrate during my classes. I was really dizzy, just tired the whole day.
Her doctor said it was time for her to take a timeout from soccer.
We don't want athletes to be playing while they're symptomatic. It's a very dangerous situation.
Concussions, once considered minor conditions, are now being recognized as serious medical problems with potentially permanent consequences. New research indicates children and teens are more vulnerable than adults because their brains are less developed and take longer to heal.
The brain in its development, while it is actively developing, seems to be less able to take these forces and to really rebound from these forces.
Nearly 1 in 5 high school athletes suffer a concussion each season. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates there are 300,000 sports concussions in children each year. But diagnosing these injuries can be daunting. While there are some physical symptoms like headaches, nausea, dizziness, and blurred vision, concussions don't cause bleeding or swelling in the brain, and they don't show up on x-rays.
How can you manage something if you can't measure it?
In an attempt to address that very question, Dr. Mickey Collins developed an exam known as the impact test to measure attention span and memory and determine whether a person has a concussion.
It's a 20-minute computerized battery of tests. It's almost like giving your brain a physical. It's like a sophisticated video game, but the numbers that are generated from the report are critical in helping to better identify the severity and recovery from the injury.
The test requires that kids get measured before the season starts to establish a baseline. 1,500 schools and sports teams across the country are using impact. But for students like Carrie Aldrich, who don't know their baseline, extra caution is the doctor's order. He wants her to avoid exerting herself, physically and mentally, because a bump on the head is a lot more dangerous than it sounds.
I wasn't worried until my doctor and my mom were hinting that if this happens again, I probably won't ever be able to play soccer again.
To avoid permanent injury, Carrie will have to play it safe. From now on, she'll wear a helmet.